you're looking to get out off-roading or overlanding, the Midwest isn't exactly at the top of anyone's list. It's kind of a black hole. We're more known for corn, Casey's, and cow shit. But if you look in the right places and you're not scared to put a couple miles on your rig, there's definitely some adventures to be had out there. And this particular weekend, we were just trying to escape the heat, so we pointed ourselves north. Drone for sale. Never wrecked. So we decided to leave out early for our 4th of July 4-day weekend to get one extra night of camping. So I just got off work like an hour ago, whatever. And it's starting to look a little ominous up there in the distance. Pull out the radar, yeah, that's where we're going right into that. And it's already 7:30. So we're not going very far before we camp. Well, we made it somewhere to camp. Somehow we dodged all the rain and we got set up. But I don't know, some weirdo came down here and we're both just kind of catching a weird vibe off of it, the way they were driving, like super slow and just, I don't know. And they haven't left yet. It dead ends down there. They're still in here. And we're both sitting here like, yeah, we can't go to bed now. Debating on trying to go farther, but it's already like 11. I have no idea where we would go and try to find somewhere to camp. This place was like we could disperse camp here, but we're still in Iowa. And there's not a lot of dispersed camping here. I don't know why that car just vibed me out so bad, but it did. We were literally just getting ready to leave and now this car's coming back out of here. Probably just went down there to bone or something. Don't know what to say other than sometimes you catch a vibe. And this place just isn't it. So, about 5 miles away there's another place that looks like it's some dispersed camping. We're gonna go check that out. Something about just the way they drove in here and just...
Even the way they drove out was totally different too.
Just a total dead end, and what would be really creepy is if they're like up here around the corner just parked.
I don't know, that's one of the feelings I got too.
Well, we found another place. It is a camping area, but it's all behind, you can't see it, but it's all behind some posts. And you can't park there, so we're literally out here in the parking lot. And it's like 1 a.m. Good night. Well, this is where we ended up last night. And it's not a fast moving stream, but some nice kind of cliff edges and features over here. This is a good one. Supposedly this is a stocked trout stream. I don't know if that's a trout or not, because I've never gone trout fishing. It's pretty cool down here though. That definitely wasn't the best night of camping we ever had, but it's done. And we're on our way to a ferry. We've never ridden a ferry, and there's a ferry up here, which is kind of why we came to this area, so that we could take it, just because why not, right? But we're still way ahead of the original plan was to not even leave the house till this morning, and now we're already quite a ways up here, and we're not really in any hurry because we don't really have a plan like usual. Well, we have made it to the ferry. It says it opens at 10 a.m., but they must start from the other side because there's nothing here. There's no town, no nothing. The other side is in Cassville, Wisconsin. I don't understand it. There's okay, so that's where we just got gas. We camped way up there. And then the ferry's gonna take us downriver and to there. And then I have no clue where we're going after that, if we're being honest. There it is.
Do not throw cigarettes overboard, as this is polluting the river and is why we have banned smoking on the vessel. Sounds and the ocean is 10 miles from shore. This includes throwing away food scraps, paper, or any other debris.
My mom was so pissed.
Dang, that went quick. It's only like a 10-minute ride. Look at that house up there. I love the zoom on this phone. Holy cow.
Okay, good. I will definitely be giving him a call.
He's going to bar, use your card, get your points, and then just pay it out of the car.
Beach.
When we first took off, it kept feeling like the Jeep was rolling away, but overall it was a nice little ride.
You thought the Jeep was rolling away?
It appeared like it gave me that feeling. Because you can't tell that, I couldn't tell that I was actually moving. They got a brake going on.
I know, we gotta figure out how to get out of here.
Get around it.
There's still no cell service here. Well, I decided to spare you guys the 6-hour drive across Wisconsin. We are way up here, somewhere around Crandon. I think we're still we're like to the south and east of Crandon. There's a huge section of national forest up here. And it looked like there was a lot of stuff to explore, so we're getting ready to go explore. And then hopefully we can find a campsite somewhere along there. If not, then we're gonna, as soon as we finish that, we're gonna start looking for somewhere to camp. It's 5:15 right now. So we are going to be running Forest Service 2112, aka Bonita Road. It is a maintained version, so it should be pretty mellow. There are tons of offshoots off of this. Oh my god. Oops. So far, the extendo hitch on the trailer has been performing. We are very loaded down. Jeep's squatted by about an inch. It looks like a little bit of a mismatch right there on the tongue. It's fine. I think I'm gonna put some 3/4 inch spacers on the rear coils. I'm saying if we, oh shit. I wasn't paying attention.
Clearly, I seen it coming. I'm like,
Are these those biting flies?
Probably. They're like all over us.
We're just gonna have a bunch of bugs no matter where we go. reason we picked this road is I've been looking for stuff to map for Onyx that's at least 5 miles long, and while this one was long enough, it was kind of a bust as far as being interesting or having anything cool out there. So at that point we stopped to look for fuel and somewhere to stay, and we ended up finding both in this little town called Mountain. Well, we found a clearing. We're kind of close to a town. You can hear the road noise, but more importantly, we are not getting eaten alive by bugs. There's bugs here, but holy cow, were they bad out in the woods, and this clearing I think is helping. Plus we don't have to mow down a ton of 4-foot tall grass, so I think this is where camp's gonna be. After we took this trip, I learned that we were very close to some really good trails systems that they opened up for Jeeps and stuff. I think it's called Langlade County Trails or something. I don't have a lot of information about them, but we were right there and just didn't happen upon any of them.
Well, we started a fire, but it's way too hot for us, so we're sitting way back from it. But I was just hoping for the smoke, and you know, when it gets dark, it'll be nice to have. But it is still almost 90 degrees. Too hot for this shit, huh, babe?
Yeah.
I think it's beer 30. No matter where we go tomorrow, whether we go north farther or stay here, 75% chance storms could be severe. So we're fully mentally ready to just get soaked tomorrow. So we're just enjoying the dry while we can tonight. Been sitting here trying to debate if we want to go up toward Copper Harbor and see all the things that we missed last time we were up there. Either way, we're getting wet. When we're camping, I like to subscribe to the KISS method for camp meals. For the most part, it's just like burgers, hot dogs, can of beans, maybe pork chops or a steak, just something that's like super simple. Tell me that don't look good. Either way, I'm ready to eat.
When we picked this spot, we sure weren't expecting to get a free fireworks show, but boy was it nice.
I was trying to get people's fireworks on the drone, and I was hovering too low and it crashed it over here. Luckily, it was just a few feet off the ground. I don't know exactly where it's at though. Can you watch that screen and tell me if you see this light show up?
No. Yeah.
I see it. Got her. Hey, she's got all her legs still. Missing the grand finale over there. Doesn't even look bad for smacking into a tree. Drone for sale. Never wrecked.
And after the fireworks were over, the night sky gave us another little show. Dude, this thing is a game changer. This thing is a game changer. I feel like a whole new man. While it does add some bulk to what we have to carry, I gotta say, having a shower at camp was one of the coolest things ever. We're breaking out of camp at 10:30. That's for staying up as late as we did. It's not too bad, especially having a shower and everything. So I've made the decision that I want to go farther north, up toward Copper Harbor. So for right now, we're kind of going to abandon this area and we're going to head toward Crandon, and we're going to do the first section of 7-hour plane crash trail again because it's pretty direct. It just goes north, and I think we're going to hop on Highway 2 and just bomb our way north to this little town that I can't remember the name, but I know what it is, and that's where the Bill Nichols Trail starts. There's some super awesome trellis bridges you get to drive over that we missed last time because the route we followed put us on the highway instead of on the trail. You know, stupid stuff, but that's what we're doing. We'll see you there. So we made it up to Crandon and trying to figure out where we're gonna go and get the least amount of rain. Got some good service here and just decided to start looking at it, so I think we're just getting wet no matter what we do. So we've made it to 7-hour plane crash trail, and you know, there's nothing super spectacular out here. It's just a cool, long, off-the-grid drive. So we're not dilly-dallying, we're kind of hauling here, and we're doing from Crandon until we cross into Michigan, and we're gonna hit, I believe, Highway 2, and then skedaddle our way on the pavement up to Mass City. I might have said that already, but we're just kind of just cruising, holding about 40, which is pretty decent for the amount of washboards and potholes that are out here. I smelled what I thought was burnt plastic. I didn't think much of it, and we carried on, and then I smelled it again a couple miles later. So we're gonna see. We've got something melting down here. I suspect sugar was here, but I don't smell nothing. Finally got the fan to quit vibrating after everything that happened at Dresser. It could just be mud burning off. There's still mud packed all over the exhaust manifolds and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't find anything that smelled like anything other than the burnt mud smell, so we're gonna press on. We're actually not too far from the Michigan border, so I would say within a half an hour we'll be back on pavement heading up to Mass City. So we made it to Mass City. Last time we were up here, I realized we ended up on a bunch of trails that were supposed to have a permit. So I just stopped in. It's $36.25 for the 2 of these. It says to stick them on the back of the vehicle, but I kind of don't want to, if I'm being honest. There, I did it anyway. Anyway, we're about to hop on Bill Nichols.
it's so freaking... my drone's not waterproof, but I'll show you them the best I can. Try to wait this out, and it's just the rain's just coming harder now, and I can't fly the drone in this because mine is not the best model. I do not want it to short out and fall down into one of these creeks. You can see the topo. What we're crossing is these 3 creeks or rivers or whatever, and it's, I don't know, it's got to be 100 foot down, and I'm not climbing down there to find the drone when it decides to fall out of the sky. So
Check your radar.
oh,
Check your radar.
well, in other news, Amber has this hotspot thing that somehow gets us cell service, even though, like, I have 0 bars. And apparently this rain's supposed to stop in like 10 minutes, so we're gonna sit here and wait it out. Do anything for the shot, right?
It's hitting a T-Mobile.
Okay, yes. Yeah, she has these from work, because sometimes we travel when she has to work remote, and this thing's pretty helpful. If there's a signal at all, it'll get it. Still raining. Well, I'm not very good at droning and driving. I was doing so good, and then I started kind of going side to side, trying to fly under this tree canopy, and I caught something, and now I gotta go find it. I think it's farther back still. I was a ways back. Well, watching the footage helped me find it. She's alright. These gnats are flying right in front of my face, and they won't move.
My ass cheek.
Want me to scratch it for you?
I'm gonna scratch it.
We have to go through Houghton to get across the river. It's like the only bridge. Remember that big blue bridge? I think we did this part. Like the part that mirrors the highway.
Yeah.
We did a lot of it anyway.